interesting to me with the new route that the Black Clover story is headed into, with the development of curses in the Heart Kingdom and the new devil Megicula. But one thing that definitely stood out was this new talk of stage magic. Now, to give you more clarity, it's the new magic systems and power levels and tier class that everyone has been talking about. But with the official release from Viz, they now call it stages, so in this video I will be referring it to stages for more accuracy. The first time we ever seen this mentioned was in Black Clover chapter 225, when Fenrir used his spatial magic to help Noelle and Mimosa get away from Gaia. Gaia said that the spell that Fenrir used was third rated, referring to as stage 3. Now, when Gaia first said this, I thought that it really wasn't that important. I thought he was just saying things just to say it. But in the story of Black Clover, when someone says anything, we have to take it as some sort of importance, because Tabata is really good with foreshadowing. Someone can say something 50 chapters back, and all of a sudden that dialogue can carry over and have an impact later down the line in the story. Now, Gaia does mention something like this again when he's seen Noelle go into her Valkyrie dress. He said, what a strong word kind of magic that is definitely first rated, quote unquote, stage 1. And we've seen this talk carry over into the next chapter, chapter 226, when he kept referring to Noelle's magic as stage 1. That's very important because this chapter breaks down the stages of magic, and someone that is stage 1 is not too far off from the strongest stage. This chapter highlighted the potential of Noelle's magic level and also foreshadowed Gaia's power. In the quick battle of Asta versus the water spirit, she tells and explains Asta the stages of power and says that rank 9, if you're a stage 9, that is the lowest, and the highest is stage 0. And since Asta has no magic, she referred to him as stage 9, the lowest, which we know that Asta is not the lowest rank, and I will explain that later in the video. But the interesting thing about this dialogue, when she said tier 0, we seen Gaia, and as soon as we seen Gaia, we seen him use his lightning magic spell. What's shocking about this is that he did not just say lightning magic and say the name of his spell, he said true lightning magic. That lets us know that that spell that Gaia used is definitely stage 0. Now, when people seen this true lightning magic, everyone was surprised because they thought this was the first time we ever seen someone pronounce a spell true lightning magic or true fire magic. But no, this isn't the first time. We've seen this happen with Rades. When he resurrected his friends when they were killed by Licht using his soul magic, he didn't just say soul magic, he said true soul magic. Now, of course, Rades is not the strongest guy in Black Clover or one of the strongest guys in Black Clover. We know that for a fact, but his magic spell is definitely top tier when he used his true soul corpse magic. I believe that's also tier 1 magic or level 1 magic, because someone that say true in their spell, I believe that is the true essence of that power. In the anime, the narrator said this is the perfection of true wrath magic. There's no greater stage than true. I believe when Gaia used true lightning, I believe he used actual lightning. Instead of just magic lightning, you know, magical, mystical forms, it was the true essence of that lightning in its true perfection form. And Rades is an example that you don't have to be all around stage 1 or level 1, but you can have spells that are level 1 magic spells. Now, in the most recent chapter, Black Clover chapter 227, the Queen of the Heart Kingdom does a further explanation of the stages of power or the magic levels of power. She talks about wars between magic nations. Military strength is measured by magic levels. The amount of mages a country has nearing the level of 0 represents the country's strength. For example, say a kingdom has all the magic mages a level 2, and it's one character that's a level 1, one character that's a level 0, the country military magic level will be overall level 2 because majority of everyone there is a level 2. That would be a really strong country, but we do not know the level of the Clover Kingdom because the Clover Kingdom does not go by that status. They don't go by that magic system. The Queen also explains that if the devil is the enemy, then no one who is lower than stage 1 will be able to keep up. We seen in the battle in the Shadow Palace when everyone was fighting the Word Magic Devil, it was hard for anyone to keep up with the Word Magic Devil. Licht and Lumiere was having trouble keeping up, but they could somewhat keep up, but they did not have their grimoires, so they did have a little bit of disadvantage. But I believe that if they did have their grimoires, things would be different because we seen Lumiere, the first Wizard King, take out a devil when Licht became one when he fell into despair. And it makes sense for these characters to be that strong because these are the strongest characters within the series, Licht and Lumiere. All around, they are definitely level 0 or stage 0 characters. Yami is another character during the Shadow Palace who is struggling keeping up with the devil, but one thing is for certain is that his magic could affect the devil. We've seen the greatest spell that Yami has ever used. It was Dark Cloak Dimension Slash, but in a mana zone form that sliced the devil open. Unlike the first time he used his spell against Vetso, this spell was way more powerful. That spell did not kill the Word Magic Devil, but you can say that spell was definitely level 1. Asta and Yuno spells could also affect the Word Magic Devil, so these guys definitely will be a huge part of this arc. The Water Spirit said that Asta's power, or his level of his power, is rank 9 because he has no magic whatsoever, but I don't think that's the case. I think she's underestimating him. I believe that the level of Asta's power has to be level 1 or level 0 because he has anti-magic and the source of his power is from a devil. And the queen said that you have to be at least level 1 or level 0 to even keep up with the devil. So I think that Asta is definitely in that ballpark of power. But I think what is going on with Asta, since he has not mastered his anti-magic or his swords, he's going to struggle fighting a devil regardless. Now, the crazy twist that happened at the end of Black Clover chapter 227, the queen talked about that no matter how many dozens of mages team up together to take down a talented lone mage, they will not win. And we've seen at the end of that chapter, we've seen someone from the Spade Kingdom defeat all the 8 shining generals of the Diamond Kingdom, but we did not see Mars or Ladros. Also defeated other diamond mages that were there. You can pretty much say that he soloed the Diamond Kingdom. Now, we know that Luck is very good at sensing someone's mana because, you know, his element, it allows him to do that. He can determine how strong someone is. And this is the first time we ever seen Luck who is afraid to fight someone. He's all about fighting, but the mana that he sensed from this guy in the Spade Kingdom, he was afraid and he did not want to fight him at all. I think the end of this chapter definitely spoke volumes, and I think that let us know that this character could be tier 0 or level 0, especially since the Spade Kingdom is known with dealing with devils, you know, the nation of devils. So that's definitely going to be a separate video. I will have a discussion who this guy is. But the chapter will release tomorrow. We will have more information on these stages of powers or levels of powers and who could this be. I'm really excited about it, and I want to know your guys' thoughts, so comment below and tell me who this is, and also how do you feel about these magic powers, these levels of powers that were new and introduced in the Black Clover story. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, and if you are new to this channel, subscribe and hit the notification bell to see more content. Join my Discord. I will leave it in the comment section, and also you can check the description as well. You guys take care of yourselves, have an awesome life, and I'm out.